of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state of Georgia. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be Falcon football. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at the 34. They'll start out here with the option left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. To throw is Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Falcons are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, a run with Patterson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run, just steadily getting yards. And
much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Patterson running between the tackles. Down to the 25. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Mariota. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
From the 10, first and goal. Mariota. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to the ground now, Patterson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal, Mariota. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. First and 10, it's Patterson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Throwing, Mariota. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 7. Running left, here's Patterson. And a short gain down to about the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mariota to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited, big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. With the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To throw is Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
York able to send this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Phillips. He's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. To throw, Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Play action now. Mariota flushed out right. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Now Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Mariota. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mariota. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Look at the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Mariota now. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peak to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Patterson again. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 32. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken on the 25. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Mariota's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first down throw for Mariota. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Chubb. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harrison Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. York on now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Browns 17, Falcons 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They'll run with Patterson, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now here's the option play going left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Mariota. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Grant. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Watson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action. Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On second down, Mariota again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Mariota. Got his man. It's London. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Straight ahead, Patterson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Play fake. Mariota. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing. Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Grant Delpit. At 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Chubb on the counter as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Watson on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To throw, Mariota. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Mariota. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Mariota on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to win the football game. The Browns drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Chubb. The 71 yards on the ground for him so far. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Now Mariota. That's caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Mariota. It's caught inside the 25. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mariota to throw. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Coup for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
First throw and OT for Watson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone